Alright, so now that we have Skeletor out of our package, looking at him, he definitely is looking pretty cool. I'm really excited to have Skeletor. Pretty excited to get into this review, but before we get into that, into the accessories, we'll take a quick look at the figure. Face sculpt is what it is. I mean, he's a skeleton. There's not a lot of personality, or there's not a lot of like characteristics in there. Like, he's a skeleton. But I do like the color they use. I like the green with the yellow wash. And the red eyes are really nice. So definitely digging the face sculpt. And of course, on this shoulder piece, all the buttons are painted, which is a big plus for me. Big fan to see that. Love to see that. Same thing on the other side. And of course, down here, he's got his little chest piece with the red. Looks pretty good. Painted nicely. The cape is very solid, so it's not going to give you... It's not a lot of give, but at the same time, it won't inhibit any articulation, so that is pretty cool. Not really anything on the wrist, no wrist guards, but I guess this is pretty cool. It's kind of sculpted on there, pretty nice. Pretty nice, and of course this piece again, this is really hard, so this might give us a hard time later on. I don't know, but again, all the buttons on stuff are painted, so I definitely like that. Feet, he's got some pretty cool webbed feet. Webbed feet, is that what you call those? With the gross black toenails. I never imagined Skeletor to have feet like this. For some reason, I always just thought he would wear like boots. Is that weird? I don't know. I always thought he would just have boots. And there's some sculpting going on right there. Pretty cool. And I guess the paint they use for the skin, the color they pick for the skin is not bad. It's not great, not terrible, but a nice light blue. So, before we get into his accessories and whatnot, I'm just going to take a quick look at his articulation. So the head does move side to side, and you can get him to look somewhat far up, and he looks down okay, so not too bad. Ball peg for the shoulders, and they move about a little stiff, but they do move this far forward and this far back. These pieces are solid, but they don't really inhibit the articulation to any degree, so that's not too bad. Oh, now it's stuck. So yeah, you don't have to worry right there. Does have a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, wrist rotation, no wrist hinge. For the torso, he has a waist twist, which gives you pretty good range, and when you put it there, it doesn't cut off too much, so it doesn't look too bad. And he has an ab crunch, which is very nice ab crunch on this guy. Sorry about the camera, guys. For a larger figure, going into it, I thought this piece would kind of mess up with the articulation. I thought it would mess up with the ab crunch, but it doesn't at all, so very nice right there. Double ball peg for the hips, and they move out this far. You can kick this far forward, so not great, but not terrible. You won't really kick that far back, and he only has a single jointed knee. And for the feet, he does have an ankle pivot. It's stuck, but you can get it to work, and no ankle rockers, so definitely articulation is not his strong point, but the sculpt is pretty cool, so I can forgive that. Skeletor, stand up. I would at this time I would like to give you guys a Skeletor impression. I'm not going to do that because I'll butcher it, but I would like it if you guys could just pretend that I did it. Just pretend that I did a really good Skeletor impression. Are you thinking about it? Are you pretending right now? Okay, that's it. Glad we got that out of the way. As far as accessories, he comes with his ram staff. I don't know if that's what it's called. That's what I call it, because it's a ram skull, so I call it the ram staff. Pretty good. It's all just molded in this purple plastic. No real paint apps or anything on there. which is kind of a letdown. I would have liked if they would have painted, maybe colored in the eyes. But what can you do? Same with He-Man. He comes with these 3 purple swords, and they are all just the same sword pretty much. Just somewhat... So you can see they're all just somewhat distant. Different lengths. He's got a shorter one, a longer one, and a medium one. So pretty nice, but I don't know why he needs to have so many swords. Because he's only got 2 hands. And other accessories, he comes with this head, which is another skeleton head, but the eyes are slightly bigger. Can you see that? Yeah, so the eyes are slightly big. Pretty nice, but not great. And he comes with this human head. It's not really human. Like, I know he's not human, but this more humanoid head, and he's grinning all evilly. Pretty nice, and the hair is pretty solid, and it's just black, so not too much going on there. One thing I do like about the swords, I'll show you guys really quick. So you can give him one, and then you're like, well, what should I do with the other ones? He does have this thing on the back, so you can just kind of... It's up to you if you want them to go under the cape or not. I will probably go under the cape, but you can just go like that. Oh, now it doesn't want to do it. It's calling me a liar. There you go, and you can just kind of stuff the swords in there. Much like what we did with He-Man, and I think that looks nice. You guys? I think that looks okay, and then, of course, you give him... You're gonna have to fight with it, because his hands are so damn stiff. Whew. Jeez, that was a workout. This one not so bad. So there you go. You get your Skeletor. He's got his staff. He's got his sword, and he's got his other 2 swords standing right there. So pretty cool, I would say. Pretty decent, I would say. Yeah. So he's got his swords. He's got his holding his sword and his ram staff. Pretty cool. I'm going to say go ahead and get this figure. I think there's a lot of nice stuff. There's a lot of nice sculpting and some nice tooling. Obviously, the articulation suffers, but if you've been collecting... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Another yawn. If you have been collecting the Motus at all, you know what to expect with the articulation, and it shouldn't really bother you by now. So, yeah, I'm going to say go ahead and give this guy a grab. I think he's pretty cool. I think you'll be pretty happy with him. So, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for all the support you show me. I appreciate it so much. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Like this video. Share it with your friends. Leave me a comment. I love to hear from you guys. Love to hear from you. And check me out on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I will leave all that information down below in the description, so you can check it out there. And that's it, guys. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day, and I will catch you all next time. Really quick, I would like to close out this review with another great Skeletor impression. Again, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to butcher it, but just pretend like I did. Are you pretending? Okay, good work. Thank you, guys. Catch you next time.